Howdy y'all, and welcome back to Cup of Cheer. Today's a bit of a story time that connects I am abled because I am is able with my cup of cheer. And it also talks a little bit about yesterday's love of Home Alone. So recently I've been dealing with a lot of health struggles and found myself needing to do quite a few medical tests. And one such test that I am not a fan of is doing an MRI. Now, for those of you who have never had to do an MRI, I don't want to scare you, but it is very loud. And some have even compared it to jackhammers mixed with a bit of Looney Tune madness. I'd agree with at least a part of that. Some MRI machines. Some are less loud than others. And some are more loud than others. And I sometimes have sensory issues with all of that happening and not being able to see where I am, like when you have a tube in front of your face, it's just white. Anyways, so I get a little bit of vertigo and noise overstimulus, and it can be a lot of trouble. So what I have found to do that helps a lot is to put a piece of blue painter's tape and write out a few song lyrics and tape it above where I'm looking, like this. If you're lying down, it's right there, so you can see the lyrics. Why is this funny? Well, you see, I was in an MRI this month, and I had about 5 minutes left to go. The tech had just told me how long I had left of the MRI, and I was doing pretty good. The sticker, like, tape thing was helping me, and I was doing really, really well until suddenly this sound came on that was just a little too high-pitched for my sensory issues, and I started to freak out and go into a bit of fight or flight until, for some reason, it reminded me of the sound of the burglars in Home Alone and the chase scene that was about to happen. And for some reason, all I could think of was, if you've ever seen the movie, there's a movie within a movie called Angels with Dirty Faces. And they have their machine guns at one point that are used in the movie when the mob boss in Angels with Dirty Faces says, "I'm going to give you till the count of 10 to get your no good, lousy, stinking mug off my property. 1, 2, 10, and then the machine gun sound. And Kevin McAllister in the movie, of course, uses that to his advantage, playing that sound and then using firecrackers to scare off the bad guys. It's also used again in a slightly different manner in Home Alone 2. And because of the machine gun sound in the MRI, all I could think of was that very specific scene in Home Alone, followed by the rest of the chaos that was the burglar entering scene of Home Alone, and the whole sound of Carol of the Bells playing. And then, I'm not a big Carol of the Bells fan, except one version I absolutely love is by Barlow Girls. So even though it was recorded about 8 or 10 years ago, and I haven't heard it in 3 years, my brain went from, oh, isn't that funny? It sounds like the machine guns in Home Alone, to a whole Home Alone ending sequence in my head, followed by Barlow Girls singing beautiful music of Carol of the Bells. And that's what got me through my latest MRI. Like I said, this is just story time. Kind of silly, kind of serious, just thought you'd get a kick out of it. What is one of the most unusual ways you might have gotten through a tough time? Maybe at Christmas. God bless. Thanks for watching. Ciao for now. Bye.